What's up guys, it's Peter here and welcome to a new career mode in FIFA 16. We are going with Bournemouth and we are deciding on world class and we're disabling the first transfer window only for the fact to keep it as realistic as possible. And I would like to welcome you firstly to my channel. I've already uploaded one video and this is going to be the second one, and this is going to be the start of a Road to Glory career mode, and I think we will continue with this until we win the league, which is going to be a very difficult task playing on world class and with Bournemouth. So maybe after 3 or 4 seasons, if we haven't won it yet, we will maybe stop the season depending on how the support is looking. And guys, there we can see the new segment or the new add-on that FIFA has brought back to career mode is the pre-season tournaments, and instead of a normal friendlies. And here we will see we're going to select the European International Cup only for the main reason for the amount of prize money that is available to be won. And in that we see teams like Parma and Sheffield Wednesday, which is not that difficult teams to face, but we have a good chance to win this tournament, and we can use this tournament to learn the players, learn the formation, learn the structure, and what will suit our career mode. And the other thing is, as well, is because we don't have any transfers available until January transfer window, so we need to focus on what we're gonna do, and we need to get it together before the season starts. Here we can see all the messages in my email inbox, and one of the most important message I assume would be the league objective. Because we're gonna focus on the league. The cup, the Capital One Cup and the FA Cup is also there, but we're gonna put all our attention into the Premier League, and it said that we must avoid relegation. So hopefully we will do that playing on world class, and here we see all the training being completed. Another new feature of FIFA 16. We have trained Callum Wilson and Matt Ritchie, and hopefully things will look good. I think we have a very solid side where you can see with players like Atsu on loan from Chelsea, and players like Max Gradle. That is one of the biggest signings Bournemouth has made. So hopefully we will get to a good start. And here we can see our first game, I think it's against Ingolstadt or something like that, more or less, and not sure about the pronunciation. And in this game we will see there's an opportunity here for Ingolstadt with a cross coming in and an own goal. At this moment I was really disappointed. 4 minutes in, having probably the worst start that you can have, scoring an own goal with the wrong foot. The defender should have taken the left foot and just clear it out. Be safe, have control over the ball. And yeah, so 1 down, 4 minutes in, not looking to a good start. And so we continue with the game. Not much chances in the game, and a thing that I've noticed is if you struggle to pass, the amount of possession that you're gonna have is very few. So you need to be very effective with the chances that you create, especially playing against the CPU. I've played matches against the CPU where I see myself getting 35% possession, which is very difficult to create chances and so on. Here we can see a nice break and a steal of a ball, but unfortunately a very weak pass, and they got the ball back. Through the entire game, we're almost at half time. We see that we are struggling to be clinical enough, getting the final product out, getting the ball back in. And here we see Wilson going in, but yet again the pressure from the opposition is extremely intense, and here they get another cross in, and at the moment you will see the entire game is they have control over the entire game, creating all the chances, all the opportunities. Luckily they're not clinical enough, but yeah, we concede a corner, and the ball comes in from the corner. I assume it went to a defenders at the back post, and we will see what's going to happen here, and the defender heads it over the net, or over the crossbar. So a free kick, when we get a good steal over here, making a run next to the touchline and getting fouled. Very unfortunately that we were fouled there, not even getting a yellow card for the defender, and the free kick was very soft, weak and ineffective by Max Gradle. And as soon as the keeper made the clearance, they get an opportunity for the counter attack, going next to the other touchline and getting a few good passes in, and creating opportunity for themselves. And here we see a good ball in, but luckily the keeper does the punch. And yeah, a thing that I've noticed about the keepers, they, especially the CPU, they make 2 touches when it's a back pass, and as well they come out very quickly to punch the ball or catch it, so it's difficult in corners. But here we get a great chance of Callum Wilson on open goal, and that is so a red card, but the ref is very inconsistent, giving a yellow card. And last player, open chance, getting open for goal, and unfortunately we hit for wall with Arthur, and unable to score at that free kick, getting a corner, and yet again the keeper comes out and does the punch, as I just said about what the keepers do in FIFA 16. Another great ball in, but unfortunately the keeper got to the ball before us, and now he's holding onto the ball. So the first game ended in a loss, 1-0 win for them, and it's a bad start to get off to, but luckily next game we get Sheffield Wednesday. And the entire preseason, I'm not going to do a big coverage of it, not putting a lot of footage into it. Here we see a few opportunities, a few passes going, but nothing too clinical enough that we can say it's a golden opportunity to score a goal. And going next to the wing, cutting inside, having a shot over here, but unfortunately the keeper makes the save. And as you will see at Sheffield Wednesday, the recording stopped when the score was still 0-0, and we had a draw of 0-0. Yet we haven't conceded a goal from open play, although we have maybe scored one for them in the own goal in the first game. But the defense is quite solid, and here we can see the influence of a passing game that they have. Luckily they were offside over there, and at this moment Peter knew that he made a mistake. I noticed that in the recording only we started West Ham and we missed the Liverpool and the Aston Villa game in the match, so I apologize for that. The Aston Villa game we lost 1-0 again to an own goal, and the Liverpool was a 2-2 draw. Now we're gonna pick up at the game at West Ham again, and yeah, we're playing here and we get a break, we get a good chance over here with brilliant passing and making chance of the open gaps between the defense, and it was Atsu scoring our first goal of the series against West Ham away from home. And what a moment, what a nice goal. And here we can see again another attacking opportunity going down the wing with Callum Wilson cutting on the inside, making a run straight into the inside, and there's opportunity, but unfortunately the defender gets a foot in the way. So yeah, stupid from me not creating the clips for Liverpool and Aston Villa. Unfortunately, as I said, we lost the game against Aston Villa with another own goal. And yes, the Liverpool game was away from home, but it was a 2-2 draw. So I assume a pretty good result. But there we can see a brilliant touch from the striker over here, making a turn and creating opportunities, getting the equalizer. There we saw an injured player, and at this moment Matt Ritchie was injured, and I was so stressed out due to knowing that this is a key player to the entire campaign and the entire series. The team is built around him and Wilson, so at the moment we still didn't know what the result would be of the injury. And here we see another chance by them and a nice save by Arthur Burridge. A thing that I've noticed in this entire series, the influence and the importance of a good keeper. Arthur Burridge making a good save in the previous part of the clip, and we will see through the entire campaign. I know that he will be very influential in the place that we're going to finish up top. Here we get another opportunity of a cutback pass from Pew, and it was Glenn Murray, the new sign from Crystal Palace, scoring off the rebound. And as we see, actually a very bad cutback pass, but Glenn Murray pouncing on the shot. And yeah, so we won that game 2-1. What a nice result away from home. Going in, and we see that Matt Ritchie is injured for 4 weeks, which is not that bad. It could have been much worse. And here we see a few other trainings, training Atsu, Mings, Wilson, King, and Tukela Ranti. Those of you who do not know, Tukela Ranti is South African, and I am from South Africa. So nice to see him in the Bournemouth career mode as well. And yeah, now we had 1 loss, 1 draw, and 1 win in the Premier League, standing on 4 points. And here we get a game against A.F.C. Wimbledon. Now, the main player that we all know about A.F.C. Wimbledon is Akinfenwa, which is known for his his size and his strength, and I assume that he will be a problem. But as you can see here, at the moment we're creating another team sheet. We're making a backup team, like a B team, a second team for the cup games, and so we can rest the main players for the league and the more important games. So at the moment we're moving around some of the players, getting a few guys in that should get game time, like Pew and Josh King, and some of Tokela Ranti, for example, as well, and a few of the defenders, keeping our goalkeeper and our centre backs more or less the same, making here and there some changes. But as I said, we're facing A.F.C. Wimbledon at the moment in the Capital One Cup, and the Capital One Cup is one of those competitions. If you get a nice run of games, you can actually get to the final quite easily without facing one of the big teams. And we start off with facing A.F.C. Wimbledon with our B team, because we need to rest for the Premier League. As I said, Premier League is our main focus. And here we see the Capital One Cup at Town Park, which is a stadium, because AFC Wimbledon's stadium is not on the game. And yeah, pretty excited for our first cup match, knowing that if we lose this, we will be out of a cup, the Capital One Cup, giving us the chance of more less game time, resting a few players. But as well, we want to have a good cup run, and there we can see Akinfenwa in the starting lineup. At this here, you can see a brilliant overhead ball with a nice cross in, with an easy save by Alpha Boric. And the first few minutes of the first half, let's say about 40 minutes, we will see how they dominated the entire game, chance after chance, luckily not being very clinical, with a keeper having quite standard normal saves. But here we can see another one with another overhead ball and a cross in with a weak attempt by the striker, being very lucky at the specific place. And here we can see how my defense is just moved around by the players, creating opportunities, but a brilliant slide tackle, getting by Alfik, clearing the ball only for a corner, and we were really lucky with that deflection. And here we see again Alpha Boric coming in for the save with a clearance, and Akinfenwa on the ball, giving the ball to one of the other players, opening space, and luckily again we just get out of it without conceding, the ball hitting the crossbar. And here we see a nice cross to one of our strikers with Kermogrant. I'm not pretty sure how you pronounce his name, but yet again a weak ball, very unclinical in the final third. Here we see Charlie Daniels on the ball, passing for Tokela Ranti, and here we will see a very important part of the game, how influential passing can be, but as much how we attack and how we put up the setup of the team. And yeah, at the moment we just lost the ball, having a few opportunities with a few passes that could have been made in the game. And second half still 0-0, giving them the ball quite easily away, giving them opportunity to get back, opening up for our entire defense. And luckily the keeper comes in, making a good diving save, and yeah, saving us, because another loss here would be very shocking for the series, being kicked out of the Capital One Cup. Here we get another chance of Josh King, but unfortunately we couldn't get the shot away with a deflection for a corner. Here we see again AFC Wimbledon going across the line, and the players are getting tired, and they're just taking the opportunity. And I don't know how the keeper saved it. It was like from his head to his left hand to his right hand out for a corner. And yet again we just get through, not conceding a goal, with a clear opportunity for them, being very lucky. Here we're creating another chance, going next to the touchline, cutting in, playing the ball to Pew, who gets the shot away, but a brilliant save by the head of a keeper. We still keeping the ball, getting the shot away, and then that was probably the save of the day, preventing Arthur from the goal, and that would have been match winning with 1 goal, and now we go into extra time, and we see again opportunities. And at that space, we saw that if it wasn't Akinfenwa, it would have been a penalty for sure. For his strength kept him up, and we get away on the counter attack. And at this moment, I just wanted to win the game, so I sweated the goal and made sure we get the 1-0. And after this goal, we tried to make sure of not conceding. So when we got the ball, we in the second half of at a time, we went on the attack, just due to this amount of space that we had, for them being on all out attack. And we could have gambled with a few chances. It's not that important to score a second. We just need to win the game. And here we see we're going again with a lack of defenders that they have, being all out attack, cutting inside, going back and losing the ball, unfortunately for Ranti. And yeah, the 120th minute, with high pressure from our strikers, keeping them in their half, not giving them chance to make use of the ball. And yes, the final whistle went, and 1-0 we continue through to the next round. Well guys, that's all from me. Thank you for watching, and see you at the second episode when we will face Leicester City.